But brother, let me hold your trouble when it gets too heavy. Let me fly when you're high. Let me sink like a stone when you're low. Brother, let me say a little prayer for you. Take a sucker punch for you. I'll do anything for you. Yeah, you ain't alone. Yeah, I'll take on the world with you. Yeah, I'll take on the world with you. Yeah, I'll take on the world with you.
So we just pulled in probably 10 minutes ago and just kind of scoping it out. The wind's coming straight out of the north and it is freezing. So we're gonna unpack, get the tent set up, get camp set up, change into warmer clothes, and then probably go glass a little bit, see if we can't spot a couple groups of antelope. And if we see a good one tonight, we may go after him, or we may just bet him and go after him in the morning.
We brought the oversized tent in hopes to use it, truthfully. And then once we saw that the tractor had been moved out of this barn, we were like, man, that's perfect. So we tucked it in beside this horse trailer, and I mean, it ain't gonna be warm, you know what I'm saying?
Cribs, man.
But
This thing's awesome.
but it ain't gonna be in the wind.
So kind of the general plan is to take the truck. We're gonna go through some cattle gates, try to glass, see if anything's trying to get out of the wind on that south side. And then if nothing's there, we'll go on over to the other butte, see if anything's in the hayfield. That way we can kind of, sweep where the antelope usually are, where they were when we were bow hunting them. Anyway, man, we're pumped to be here. We got today and tomorrow, Friday morning if we need to, but we're gonna try to tag out on a nice goat here pretty soon.
Now, if you're thinking, dang, these boys just jumped right into this one, you'd be thinking correct. Blame it on luck or good living, I somehow drew non-resident antelope and West River mule deer tags in the same year. Dan and Jason drew deer tags too, but we'll get to that in a minute. First, the antelope. I was one of 4 out-of-state tags allotted in this county, so there was no way I was gonna miss out. Dan had an in-law wedding back in Nashville that he had to make, so we had 2 days to hunt. Lucky for us, it didn't take long to turn up a solid buck. They don't all work out like this, but I'm thankful this one did. We topped the very first hill to find a solid, mature goat all alone with what looked like a million hay bales to hide every step we took toward him. We were off and running and had shut the doors of the Dakota within the hour. Our wind was perfect, we stayed low and kept the bales between us, and within minutes, we had snuck to within 250 yards of this buck.
That was a stop we will never forget, dude.
Hey man, don't pass up the first day what you would shoot the last day. And that was a good buck, and we knew it.
Oh yeah, dude, the second I put binocs on him, I was like, dude, that's a hammer.
Yeah.
Dude, look at what you've done, man. You drew a tag out here, South Dakota. Stay right there, look at that butte behind you.
Yeah, man. Lord, thank you so much for today. Dude, we're gonna have that for the rest of our lives, man. And I'm gonna be able to show my grandkids, my kids, my wife, my dad,
that hunt. You know, they're gonna get to experience this thing like they were the ones calling the shots, going from hay bale to hay bale to hay bale.
Sure.
That's what we do it for, man.
Tell me what's wrong with a simple life. What's wrong with just letting it roll? Watch a big city and a world fly by while we're out here taking it slow. It's a genuine kind of natural high. Once you get a taste, you can't go back. We ain't got much, but it's more than enough. So tell me what's wrong.
How's you not asleep?
Everything was good except my face, man. My face was freezing. How'd your face feel?
Same.
With a face like that, I kind of understand why yours hurt, though.
The cool thing about being here right now is that we've got this. We drew mule deer tags for West River mule deer. So we're gonna spend some time today, kind of scouting some mule deer territory, and figuring out, you know, kind of their pattern right now, and how it's gonna change when November comes, when the rut hits. So obviously it's open here, and all the creek bottoms where the river birches are, that's where the mule deer are. So we're gonna spend some time doing that today. But as of right now, we got a lot of work to do with this buck. So we gotta get to it.
What's wrong with it? Once you get a taste, you can't go back. Tell me what's wrong with it?
We butchered and iced down the goat, scouted a couple hours, and then burned it back to Nashville so Cheyenne didn't murder Dan. A month later, we loaded back up, scooped Rage on the other end of Tennessee, and headed right back to the same ranch to try and fill our deer tags. Rage drew a whitetail tag, and me and Dan are hunting muleys. Of course, Dan lost his tag on the way, and we had to swing by Cabela's for a replacement. But first,
What we doing, Dan?
Chinese.
We like to take in a little local flavor around here. Oh, there's Kung Fu Chinese restaurant. That's what we're doing.
We locked out, dog. Closed. What was wrong with that spot, Dan?
There wasn't a front door. So we don't eat anywhere that doesn't have front doors. We're at Cabela's. I just got my replacement tag. Our next stop will be camp. I mean, we're 4 hours. It's 7:19. That puts us at getting there at about 10:20, 10:30 if we hoof it.
Or 11. It's 4 hours.
Or 11, whatever. Oh, is that?
They're backing
Oh, good old Gateson. Good to have you back, dude.
Glad you're back, Gates and Goolsby. Gates and Goolsby. These guys. He's not gonna be able to do it. He doesn't know that there's
These gates aren't gonna open themselves. That's
There's-
why we got gates and girls, babe.
We're back. Just made it to camp. Josh and his son are inside asleep. Dude, it's so cool. I don't know where we're sleeping. We're gonna pop in there, get up in the morning, side our guns in, and then try to kill mule deer. And a couple whitetails. It's gonna be awesome. So our buddy Josh helped us gain access to this ranch, and it just so happened that his eldest boy Shane drew a whitetail tag this year. We couldn't wait to try and film him busting his very first whitetail buck. It's windy, cold. These deer are gonna be down in the creeks. We know that. So what we're doing is a good old-fashioned redneck deer drive. We're gonna put 2 shooters, a couple mealy tags, a couple whitetail tags, and split up and just see if we can push some stuff down, get some stuff moving. Later on in the week it's supposed to clear up, so hopefully they'll be on their feet a little more. But right now, Shane's got a whitetail tag, but he's only got a couple days to hunt.
Dan and Jason are pushing through, coming this way from the north. So if they push anything on us through here, we should be able to get a good shot. Get about a 400 shot across, 200 here. So sitting in a good position. First day, cold, trying to snow. Shano's up to bat. So we'll wait them out, see what happens.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, we weren't planning on being very picky about Shane's deer, but out of nowhere, a really nice 3-year-old popped up out of the sage and presented Shane with a shot. That's his dad, Josh, coaching him.
Here it comes, here it comes. Take your time. shot.
Got him.
Good shot.
Watch him, watch him, watch him, watch him.
Good shot.
Hey, atta boy.
Good job. Woo! High five. All right. Nice job. Who's the other one?
Watch him.
Just keep watching that dog. Make sure he doesn't come out. He's hitting hard.
No, he's hit. I think he went down right there.
Yes. Hey, boy.
Hey, dude.
That's clutch.
What about that?
Way to bounce back.
What about that, man?
Oh, wow.
Josh,
That's a stud.
that's a good one.
Awesome.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Got me thinking again, like 1,000 times before. God's country, no doubt in my mind. He's a salt to the earth to keep it simple, kind. He's backwoods, barefoot, homemade wine. He's so it and grow your own. Yeah, God's country, like the folks round here.
I truly believe that one of the finest moments a hunter can experience in his lifetime has nothing to do with himself, but getting to watch a smile light up someone else's face after taking their first buck. Shane was elated, and it wasn't hard to see the excitement and admiration in Wyatt's eyes either. A few more years, buddy, and good Lord willing, we'll come film your first buck too. Congratulations, Shane. Thanks for letting us be part of such a special moment. So Shane just killed his first buck, got it on film. That was awesome. He's tagged out. They'll be heading home pretty soon, so it looks like we'll have run of the mill for a few days. I guess the plan is kind of the same it was. There's a main creek, and all these fingers kind of jut off of that creek. And these muleys and whitetails both tuck down, especially on windy days like this. They're not out feeding, they're not out moving, they're trying to stay warm. And so they stay down in these little draws. So the plan is to work these fingers, basically. And we probably got, what, an hour left? Sunlight?
Yeah, something like that. Hour and a half.
So we'll walk it for an hour and a half and see if we can stomp something out.
It's super deery down here in these drainages. There are tons of trails, tons of sign, tons of beds right next to them in the sage.
The only question I'm having right now is if we're supposed to stalk, or are we supposed to be loud and kind of push the deer?
Yeah, I don't know either.
All right, if I'm a mountain lion and I live out here, like how am I going to approach these deer? I'm going to stealth up.
I think that's part of it. I think you get as close as you can, and if you make a shot, you make a shot. But if you bump them, they're not going to run far. We just saw with that whitetail.
Yeah.
They're going to run up and then turn around and try to see what's going on.
Yeah.
What's up, dog?
What you want, man?
Get a recap for the day.
Okay. Well, saw a lot of deer, a lot of chasing, a lot of tending. I wouldn't say chasing, more tending. Every time you see a doe, there was a good chance that it would have a buck with her. Now we didn't see any size. We haven't seen any size. I bet we saw what, 4 different deer. Nothing. Well, a couple close, but nothing really outside its ears. So I think for the next couple of days, we'll probably just focus on finding the one. We know there are deer here, but we're obviously not just looking for a deer. We're looking for a shooter, something we can take home and be proud of. So we'll keep hunting. Whitetail outlook, to be real with you, ain't looking too great. We've seen some does that just haven't been the number of bucks that we're hoping to see. So morale's not 100, but it's not. I'm gonna say B-. My morale's like a decent B-.
Yeah, I'm a passing grade. I mean, like, I'm getting to college for sure.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm about there.
B-, C, C-.
Probably a B-, C+.
So I guess we're Where'd it be minus?
D for diploma.
This can be good. I'm about to be the A+ when I'm in bed by 8:30, baby.
It's midweek, and at this point, we're combining intel and attempting to make somewhat educated hunting decisions. We're not panicking yet, but we are halfway through our trip without any mature sightings. 3 days, 3 tags, go time.
This buck went down this ridge with these 3 does. Me and Jason decided to come on down, kind of follow them. We had 2 other bucks go off the ridge to the south with the whitetail. We're gonna go see what this one is, possibly get a shot at it, and then if we do shoot it or don't, we're gonna loop around and see what those other ones are.
I really like that area that lake was, where we drove around the front of it, the east side of it.
Yeah, just south of it.
There's just a lot of buck brush in there.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, if the deer doing down there what they're doing up here, basically spending the night down in those low
It's
areas,
just good timbered cover.
pushing back up into these draws during the day. So I say we just head south and see if we can hit those.
Me and Rage topped a hill just like we had 100 times before. Only difference being that this bit of cut was hiding a cruising buck strutting down a pond levee, and he had more attitude than a frat boy leaning on his daddy's Camaro, undoubtedly on the hunt for a hot doe. After a little bit of battery drama, Rage steadied the camera and I steadied the crosshairs.
He's turning broadside. Can I shoot through this grass or just let him walk? No, yeah, you can. I mean, he's coming towards you. He's fine. Hey, just set up, dude. Set up and get ready for that shot, because that's a chip shot, dude. Reed, you better take him. I'm on him. Got him. He's done. Good job. Watch him, watch him, watch him, watch him. Just go down. Go down. He's a good one. Is he? Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, boy.
Oh, thank you,
There
Lord.
you go.
I hadn't seen him yet.
He's a good one.
I was filming you over
Yep.
the shoulder with this, and I had him in the spring.
It's awesome.
Man, he was just cruising. Cruising.
Thanks, man.
Good shot, buddy.
Dang, dude.
How heavy that guy is.
Okay. Look at him curling in. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay.
Doubles.
Dude. Let's get it, dude.
Golly, man.
Let's get this. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Gosh, man.
Thank you, big guy.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at that deer.
Thank you, big guy. Thanks, big guy.
Hold him up.
I think a heart shot him.
Dude, that's all you can ask for right there.
Absolutely, man.
That's what I'm talking about,
be
man.
happy.
Hey,
Good job.
seriously.
Couldn't be happier.
That's a stud, man.
Good.
Thanks, brother. Love y'all.
Shot, boy.
Dude, that's the biggest mule we've seen all week.
Feel it, man. Dark horns, dude. Yeah, he was a boss. He knew it too.
Jason goes, Reed, buck coming across the lake. They're coming across the bank. And he sure was, man. Gorgeous, dude, with the lake right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It couldn't, and he walked, I mean, just perfect. I thought when he saw us, we were right there.
I thought he was gonna bolt, but he just
We were
stood there.
skylined on top of that.
He just looked, kept on coming.
Yeah, he's gorgeous.
That turned real quick.
Yeah, yeah. We were like, let's go make the throw.
If you cut those draws, if you come, not up them, but if you come cross them, if you come over and
You don't
over,
have to
we
walk.
just covered, what, 6?
Yeah, at least.
6 draws?
At least.
Man, he was,
Dude,
he was coming.
You shot like a great mature mule deer on the banks of a frozen lake
Yeah, man.
with a butte backdrop.
Yeah.
You kidding?
And we got 2 angles.
You know how cool that is?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's what, I mean,
That's why you drive. That's why you drive.
dude, I'm serious,
That's why
man.
you spend
I'm
the
not
money.
trying to get all weird on you, but I mean, that gets me a little bit, man. It's like, because you get so frustrated. It's like, golly, man, if we could just see one, if we could just see
Oh,
one, if we
dude.
could just see one.
I mean, that's why I went down by myself. Like I was just talking to God the whole time. Like, hey man, just let me be patient. Let me be patient. I mean, we've gone home without anything before, and that's okay. If we do that, that's okay.
But the ebbs and flows of hunting is just, man, it's hard to beat, man. It took you
Two-
5
two
years
more-
to draw that tag.
2 more tags to fill.
5 years to draw that tag.
Worth every second. Crazy. Happened so fast, dude. Like literally over a ridge.
Yeah.
This is my time. It's probably gonna take him an hour, maybe, to get to the truck and back over here. So this is my time to reflect and to pray and to spend time with this animal and thank him for what he just gave to us. As weird as that may sound, you can judge us for that. You can call us crazy. I don't care. It's just how we roll, and I'm thankful that the Lord allows us to roll like that. South Dakota means a lot to us, and especially this ranch. I took an antelope out here about a month and a half, and I said in the Instagram post that we made about it, you have relationships with these pieces of land that literally the Indians used to roam out here, and you have relationships with them, and each one of them was different, and they all have different personalities and different characteristics. And each time I get to put my hand on an animal that I take off of one of them, me and that land grow closer, and I feel pretty close to this land right now. We're pretty good pals for sure. Pretty good pals.
So we came out this morning. Wasn't a whole lot by the camp. Came around the backside. There's a couple of pretty good mule deer right here on the end of this ridge road right here. So we're gonna try to sneak up on them, see if we can get a better look at them. It's 480 to that ridge.
Hey, let's walk down this and come up on that little bump. Yeah, he came off that little embankment and went straight down into that stuff. We need to just tuck in on that log right there and sit for a second.
Okay.
See what they do. Essentially, what we have happening is this main creek bottom. These are what we call the highway. So if the creek is the highway, you have all these little county roads jetting off to the left and right. And basically what these little bucks are doing is hopping from county road to county road to county road as they parallel the highway, checking for hot doe. And once they find one, they hang out on that county road. They party on that county road.
Party. They use their fake IDs, go get some beer.
Yes. So there's two ways to hunt them. You either hang out on the highway or you bump these county roads. And that's exactly what we were doing yesterday when Reed shot his.
But what that deer was doing was at the top of one of those county roads, and he was coming right down the middle of it, all the way down. He was going to come right down to the creek bottom, I guarantee he was.
Yeah.
But we intersected him.
Yeah, I think he was just laying up there out of the wind. Yeah, I'm coming to think that universally, no living organism just enjoys a cold 25-mile-an-hour wind, regardless of how much fur you have.
We made a dusty truck hood plan, and because of the high winds, decided on walking the main creek out on the way back to the campsite, hoping to catch a big guy slipping.
So the plan now is to all these little fingers running through here. These deer seem to push up into these during mid-afternoon in bed. So all we're going to do is just kind of comb through these little draws and hope to maybe push something up or catch something in his bed. What is that right there, Jason? See that going over the hill? See that thing? It's a porcupine. Porcupine.
I like a dog on a porch and bass on a line.
We've been walking for a long time. If you can't tell, it's a little bit warmer today. We came all the way from the butte down here to the creek to make a push back to the camper. It's kind of hot.
Girls country, boots and dukes, a little attitude, a little homegrown honey.
As we descended into the main creek, I caught sight of an unmistakable rump of a mature deer. The kind of rump that lets you know whatever's on the business end of that animal is probably going to be nice.
Cut left. Did you see? He's right over here. He went straight up the creek bank.
As we turned the corner of the creek, we unsettled 3 of the does in his harem, and the race was on. These deer slipped through thorny oak brush as easily as I slip into my Christmas PJs, and mile after mile we kept coming up short.
Oh, right here, under us. Right here, under us. Dan.
Just when the doubt began to creep, and I was facing the realization that we might not catch up, a few does and a little guy busted up on the high ground, indicating how far in front of us the group actually was. It was clear that the mature buck wasn't with him, which meant he was still in the creek bed, somewhere.
Where are you at? Dan, over to the right, over to the right. Yeah, right there. Hang on, Dan, hang on. Okay, I got him. Yes, sir.
Dude.
Look how big.
Kidding? I was not expecting this, man.
He's gorgeous.
We never found a shooter for old Gateson, but it wasn't for lack of trying, and he was fine with that. Once we got back to Nashville from this trip, a buddy and co-writer at Sony caught me before a ride and said he had followed our Instagram stories from the hunt. He said, so let me get this straight. Y'all drove 36 hours for an antelope and then went back, and that one brother, the red-headed one, didn't even get a deer? Why would you put yourselves through that? It struck me as a really good question. To the person who has never experienced a hunt like this, it makes no sense to drive across the country for a goat hunt. Because we have to. It's not just about the animal. It's the stories, the gas station snacks, the adventure, the pals, the windshield time, the campfires, and the stress that seems to vanish behind that F-150 in the Dakota dust as we get closer to camp. That's why we go. That's why we hunt.
Thanks for watching the Brothers Hunt 2018 South Dakota film.
To keep up with everything Brothers Hunt, from songwriting to exclusive hunting content, follow us on all social platforms, from Facebook, the Gram, and YouTube. And to grab some of your own TBH merch, be sure and check out our Shopify store.